Welcome to the Astral X Deep Dive, illuminating your path. I'm Solarian Zephyr, your cosmic strategist.
And I'm Lunaria Celine, your intuitive guide.
We're here to bridge celestial wisdom. Well, really to help unlock your modern path.
Discovering those guiding starlight insights for you.
And exploring the powerful cosmic energies at play. Today, we're diving into something very specific for 2025.
We're focusing on the path illumination for Sagittarius sun men who have Pisces rising.
Exactly. You've given us the source material tailored just for this unique astrological fingerprint, and our job is to pull out the key insights.
The most potent nuggets, really, to help you navigate what's coming up in your year ahead. The currents, the stellar winds, all of it.
Think of it like we're charting your personal cosmic map for 2025 based on these sources. The big question being, how do planetary transits shape your story today?
Absolutely. And everything we talk about, it's drawn directly from that material you provided. We're unpacking the dynamics, the potentials laid out for your specific profile.
Okay, so let's start at the core. The source gives this profile an archetype for 2025. The Chiron Poseidon.
Yeah, that name itself, it says a lot, doesn't it? It's blending your Sagittarius sun, which the source calls the star-seeking centaur,
Okay.
with your Pisces rising, described as riding the cosmic tides.
The star-seeking centaur riding cosmic tides. So what does that fusion create? The source calls it the Fluid Philosopher.
Exactly. And what's really interesting here is that blend. You've got Sagittarius, the questing archer, always aiming outwards for truth.
Right, the adventurer.
And then Pisces rising brings this deep oceanic intuition, that connection to the collective unconscious. So the Fluid Philosopher isn't just thinking or exploring outwards. You're navigating that quest on these intuitive waves. Your arrows point to truth, but your vessel sails this deeper sea of knowing.
It's a fascinating interaction, not just one or the other. Okay, so let's zoom out. The 2025 cosmic landscape. The source calls it a dimensional voyage. What planets are the main players here?
Well, the material highlights a few really key placements, especially impacting your first house, your identity, how you meet the world. And for a Pisces rising, Neptune is huge. It's in Pisces, right there in your first house.
Neptune in the first. Okay, generally speaking, what does that usually mean before we get into the source's specific language?
Well, typically Neptune there softens the edges of the self, makes you more sensitive, maybe more empathic, sometimes a bit undefined. It really opens you up.
Okay, and the source takes that further. It uses the phrase cosmic soup.
Yeah, it does. It's pushing past just sensitivity into this idea of fundamentally blending with everything. The source even calls it an event horizon.
An event horizon, wow.
Yeah, eroding the shoreline between your sense of self and the cosmos. It suggests a year where who you thought you were gets really fluid, big potential for spiritual insight, but also, maybe some confusion if you're not grounded.
Okay, and at the same time, your Sagittarius sun is up in the 10th house for 2025.
Right, the 10th house career. Public image, legacy. So that Sagittarian questing energy, it's being channeled outwards into your public life. The source uses this great term, relativistic thrust.
Relativistic thrust.
Yeah, like you're propelled towards your public purpose, driven by that deep Sag need for meaning, adventure, sharing what you know.
Got it. Now, back to that first house, because it's not just Neptune there. Saturn is also in Pisces, in your first.
And this is crucial. It's the counterbalance. Neptune dissolves, Saturn structures. So while you're feeling this cosmic soup, Saturn's there demanding form.
So like an anchor.
Exactly. The source calls it deep sea ballast. It grounds those Neptunian downloads, those intuitive hits. It asks you to embody them, bring them into the daily practice. It's discipline within the flow, finding structure and surrender.
Okay, shifting slightly. Pluto's now in Aquarius, affecting your 11th house.
Right. The 11th is groups, networks, collective visions, the future. Pluto there means deep transformation in how you relate to collectives. Revolutionizing things.
Revolutionizing.
It could be intense shifts in your friendships, your community involvement, or how you connect with broader social movements and ideals. Pluto digs deep and transforms.
But then Jupiter changes signs mid-year, moving into Gemini, into your 4th house from late May.
Yep. Jupiter expands. The 4th house is home, roots, family, emotional foundations. So Jupiter here suggests expansion in that area. The source connects this to rewiring ancestral communication.
Ancestral communication.
Yeah, maybe exploring your heritage, finding ways your public work, 10th house, can be rooted in ancestral stories. 4th house, bringing that Sagittarian exploration into your private foundation.
Wow, okay. Putting all these dynamics together, Neptune dissolving, Sag Sun thrusting, Saturn grounding, Pluto transforming groups, Jupiter expanding roots. The source uses this term, quantum buoyancy.
It's a great image, isn't it? Captures that feeling you're kind of dissolving into the cosmic ocean, Neptune 1H, but also being powerfully propelled forward, Sag Sun 10H.
So floating and flying simultaneously.
Pretty much. Quantum buoyancy suggests you're navigating these huge inner and outer realms at the same time, learning to flow and direct your course.
And there's a key moment highlighted, the Pisces new moon on March 29th.
Yes, the source flags this as a time when reality feels like a holographic ocean, like every wave holds a potential new reality.
The holographic ocean.
It emphasizes the potential for major intuitive insights then. The veil is thin. Old structures can dissolve easily, and you might feel this sense of infinite possibility bubbling up from that deep Piscean first house energy. It really underlines the year's theme of multidimensional navigation.
That is a lot to navigate. But how does it actually feel? The source brings in somatic astrology, using your body as a compass.
Exactly. This isn't just happening out there. These energies resonate in your body. Tuning in helps you understand what's active.
So for that Pisces rising activation, what physical sensations might you notice?
Well, the source mentions things like a liquid heaviness in the ankles, especially maybe when you're feeling empathically swamped by other people's energy.
Okay, I can imagine that.
Or maybe phantom currents along the spine, like subtle energy waves moving through you. That Piscean sensitivity made physical.
And is there a way to consciously work with that Piscean energy through the body?
Yes. The source suggests a somatic prompt. Float in water. Physically, if you can, or just visualize it. And as you float, imagine roots growing from you, down deep into ocean trenches.
And grounding into the depth.
Precisely, connecting with that vastness, but also anchoring it.
Okay, what about the Sagittarius sun in the 10th? How does that show up physically?
That's more about drive and direction. The source links it to maybe feeling an expansive heat in your thighs when you're really on track with your purpose, pursuing that goal.
Like the muscles firing up for the quest.
Kind of. And the opposite, restless feet, if you feel stuck or confined, unable to move forward on that quest.
Makes sense. And the somatic prompt for Sagittarius.
It's active. An archer's lunge, specifically lunging north the direction of purpose while chanting, "My quest is my crown."
Embodying the aim, the goal.
Yes, connecting physically to that forward momentum.
Lastly, Pluto in the 11th, the collective transformation energy, somatically.
This one's interesting. The source suggests maybe feeling like neural static during big group revelations or when ideologies are really clashing around you.
Neural static, like a buzz.
Yeah, or even a specific collarbone buzz when those powerful collective shifts are happening. It's like your antenna are picking up the group frequency changes.
And the prompt for grounding within that.
Tapping your sternum, your heart center, while chanting, "I discern collective truth." It's about activating your own inner compass amidst all that collective noise.
These somatic links are really powerful. They make it feel less abstract, more like direct feedback from your own system.
That's the idea. Your body becomes a guide through these energies.
To help us grasp this even more, this source uses some analogies, historical and cultural ones.
Right, trying to find figures or stories that embody this specific blend. Who has that Sagittarian cosmic curiosity and that Piscean visionary depth?
And the source points to Carl Sagan.
Yes. Described as having that boundless Sagittarian mind, wanting to understand the universe, but also that almost spiritual, intuitive way of conveying the wonder. Peace and poetry.
His Cosmos series, yeah. It wasn't just facts.
Exactly. It merged the scientific exploration with genuine awe. The source argues that your task in 2025 is similar. Navigate the outer cosmos of your public goals, 10H Sun, and the inner cosmos of soul and intuition, 1H Neptune, turning legacy into a soul quest.
The source gives this blend a name, too, didn't it? A cultural name.
Ah, yes, the Star-Salted Voyage.
Star-Salted Voyage, I like that.
It captures it, right? Like your essence this year is partly Moana, that deep call of the ocean, the intuition, meeting Indiana Jones, the adventure scholar seeking ancient truths.
Okay, that's a fantastic image. Moana meets Indiana Jones.
And cinematically, maybe like Life of Pi, where survival is this intense spiritual journey, blending outer reality and inner depth.
Right, the ocean, the tiger, the story.
And musically, the source even suggests Pink Floyd's Echoes, that feeling of vast space merging with liquid depth. These analogies help paint the picture of the territory you're navigating.
Okay, so we have the archetypes, the planets, the feelings, the analogies. How do you actively work with this in 2025? The source offers some practical tools.
It does. There's a specific reflection point suggested around the Sagittarius full moon. That's about June 11th.
A full moon highlighting your sun sign. Makes sense. What's the reflection?
The source provides two key questions to ask yourself then. First, what collective dream, thinking Pluto in the 11th, hijacks my journey?
Okay, noticing external influences.
And second, what sacred structure, thinking Saturn in the 1st, anchors my flow?
Finding the right discipline.
Exactly. These questions push you towards conscious awareness. Are group dynamics pulling you off course? How can you use Saturn's structure to stay grounded and intentional within that Neptunian flow?
That seems really useful. There's also a more hands-on ritual mentioned for Neptune retrograde.
Yes, the ritual blueprint, star map and tide ceremony. Neptune is retrograde roughly July 3rd to December 9th. The source suggests doing this on a waning moon in Pisces during that time.
Okay, what does it involve? Tools.
You need sea-charged water left out under the sea or infused with sea salt, a star chart, some silver thread, and a lodestone.
A lodestone.
A natural magnet.
Correct. The action is you float the star chart on the water, thread a needle with the silver thread, and sew the lodestone right onto the center of the chart.
While chanting.
While chanting, I navigate by soul stars. Then you sleep with this chart and lodestone creation under your pillow. It's about tangibly connecting with that inner guidance, especially when Neptune's energy is turned inward during the retrograde.
A very symbolic act. And for embodying the Sag-Pisces blend daily, there's a breath practice.
The Oceanic archer breath. This is somatic again. You stand in an archer's lunge, left leg forward, embodying the Sagittarian aim.
And the breath pattern. It's specific. Inhale for 7 seconds, feeling like you're drawing energy up from the ocean through your back foot, the right foot, Pisces.
Okay.
Hold for 4 seconds, pooling that energy in your solar plexus. Then exhale for 8 seconds, visualizing releasing it like an arrow through your outstretched fingertips. Sagittarius.
With an affirmation.
Yes. My depth fuels my direction.
My depth fuels my direction. Powerful. It physically integrates the two energies.
That's the goal, making sure your outward quest is fueled by your inner intuitive knowing.
All right. Looking ahead, the source material actually maps out 3 potential future paths for you in 2025. It calls them currents of destiny.
Yes, these aren't set in stone, obviously, but they represent different ways the year could unfold depending on the choices you make, how you engage with these energies.
And the 3 paths are the visionary captain, the adrift scholar, and the cosmic cartographer.
Each linked to a core soul choice.
Let's start with path 1, the visionary captain. The choice here is about surrendering to soul-led leadership.
Right. This path opens up if you really lean into and consciously work with those big Neptune and Pluto energies. The source suggests a potential manifestation could be something like leading oceanic space analog missions.
Wow, literally blending the themes.
Exactly. Exploring the deep sea as if it were deep space, or maybe the psychological depths involved, merging exploration with the watery, intuitive realm.
And what makes this breakthrough possible, according to the source?
It says Neptune in your first house gives you the visionary downloads specifically for Aquarius missions, linking to Pluto's collective transformation in the 11th. Your Sag Sun, 10H, helps attract resources, maybe even big funding, like from Nat Geo. And Jupiter in the 4th helps you root it all in ancestral wisdom or storytelling, giving it depth.
Okay, that's the high potential path. What about path 2, the adrift scholar?
This one is linked to the sole choice of mistaking escapism for exploration. It happens if you resist grounding those intense Piscean energies with Saturn.
Resisting embody.
Yeah. Failing to integrate. The source warns the manifestation could be something like chronic vertigo, a literal physical sign of feeling ungrounded, lost in the fog.
What's the core warning here?
Resisted Saturn in the 1st can show up as chronic fatigue, burnout. The Piscean tendency towards escapism, if it's not structured by Saturn, just dilutes that powerful Sagittarian drive. You end up seeking, but without direction, adrift.
A cautionary tale. Okay, path 3, the cosmic cartographer. This is about bridging mysticism and technology.
Yes, this path is about successfully harnessing the synergy between your 10th house public purpose and your 11th house collective tech focus. The potential manifestation, maybe pioneering a soul navigation app.
Soul navigation, translating intuition into tech.
Exactly. Taking those mystical insights and making them practical, maybe even shareable through technology, mapping the unseen.
Is there a timing element mentioned for this?
The source points to Mercury's transit in Sagittarius, December 1st to 24th, as a potential time when something like a dream cartography platform mapping the collective unconscious could really take off or gain traction. It aligns with Sagittarian communication about Piscean realms.
So these paths really highlight the importance of conscious engagement this year.
Absolutely. Which leads into what the source calls the 2025 mandate. It's the core message, the call to action.
It starts with this powerful reframing. Your Pisces rising isn't weakness, it's the ocean wearing human form.
And your Sagittarius sun isn't restlessness. It's the cosmos knocking truth arrows. It's asking you to own these energies as strength, as cosmic expressions.
The action part is clear. When Neptune dissolves your shores, 1H, become the conscious current.
Don't just get swept away. Be aware within the flow, participate consciously.
When Pluto rewires collectives, 11H, build arcs for shared awakening.
Meaning, don't just watch the collective shifts. Contribute. Build structures, metaphorical or literal, that help everyone navigate the changes.
And Saturn's role is reiterated. It demands you anchor visions in daily practice, not to limit your voyage, but to sail deeper.
The structure isn't the prison. It's the vessel that allows for deeper, safer exploration of the infinite.
Beautiful. The source leaves us with this thought, remember. The stars reflect brightest on still waters. Let your quest be both arrow and ocean.
And it offers a kind of mantra, a sovereignty code for your year. I voyage inward to explore outward. My fluidity is my North Star.
That really sums it up. Voyage inward to explore outward.
It encapsulates that core dynamic for you in 2025.
The source also just briefly touched on 2 other transits worth noting for the year.
Right, just quick mentions. Mars in Cancer, that's happening July 20th to September 4th. For you, that lights up your 5th house of creativity, romance, self-expression.
So good time to create.
Definitely. Mars fuels action, the source says. Create boldly during that period.
And the other was a solar eclipse in Libra on October 2nd.
Yeah, solar eclipses often signal powerful new beginnings. This one's in Libra, the sign of partnership, balance, harmony. For your chart, this suggests a potential reboot or a significant new start related to your public partnerships or collaborations.
Okay, good things to keep an eye on as well.
Mm-hmm.
Well, as our cosmic journey concludes for today, remember to dive deeper into your unique path.
And if you'd like personalized insights, you can request your email audio reading now. Just find the link in the description below.
Also explore the episode resources and links there. All the details we mentioned are waiting for you.
Ignite, think, become.
Subscribe for more Starlight Insights. Thank you for joining us.